Hi, and welcome. I'm Ford for Caterpillar Cross Stitch, and this week I'm going to be making a video about all the things that I carry with me for stitching on the go. Now before we get started, take just a second please to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave me a comment at the end, especially if you've learned anything from me. It doesn't cost you anything but a few seconds of effort, and it makes a really big difference for me, so I would appreciate it if you take a moment and do that. A lot of people only stitch at home, in their comfy chair and with their perfect setup, and I definitely respect that, but I really like to be able to stitch when I'm on the go, out and about, whether I'm at a country western bar, or whether I'm at a festival in the middle of the desert, or an airplane, or anywhere that I happen to be. So there's a kit that I carry with me in order to be able to cover all of my needs while I'm doing that. And I'm going to show you all those things right now so that maybe if you decide to take your project with you, you'll be prepared for whatever might come your way. So the first thing that I've got is one of these little project bags from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. This is the dual zipper version, so it has a little cargo pocket here on the front, and then it has the clear vinyl backing, which is really nice for being able to see the project, but it has another really great use for stitching on the go, which is that I will stick my pattern inside that bag so that if I'm at the park or something like that, my pattern won't blow away, and that's really, really handy to have. This is also nice if you have multiple projects going because you can just tell what it is by looking at the window on the bag. But the main thing that I carry in my zipper pouch is a set of chopsticks, because you never know when someone's going to offer you a Cheeto, and if you're cross-stitching, Cheeto is your natural enemy, so that's where the chopsticks come in. Now I'll take just a second right now to remind you to join the Caterpillar Cross Stitch Stitch Club newsletter. When you sign up for the email, you'll get periodic blasts about all the latest up-and-coming projects and exciting announcements from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. For instance, if there's a new Stitch Along coming out or a new Stitch Retreat or something like that, you'll be the first to know. So make sure you hit the link down there in the description so that you don't miss any of those exciting new projects coming up. And the other thing that I carry with me is a little whip box that contains all of the tools that I need for my project. If I have multiple projects going, I have a couple of different of these boxes. I haven't been able to find one exactly like this, but I have another one similar that I'll put a link in the description. But inside my project bag, one, it's a great place to put stickers and photos and mementos and that kind of stuff. But then I have it organized so that my larger tools are down in the large compartment here. I've got the colors that I anticipate using in the near future on the project here. And then the color that I'm using right now, I have my bobbin there, and I have the cut that I'm using right now, so that I don't have to go hunting around in there for the one that I'm using, and I don't have to wind this back onto the bobbin every time to keep it from getting tangled. I also carry a few extra floss bobbins with me, and I carry a little rubber band there to help keep it organized if something starts getting too loose. Now you never know what the lighting situation is going to be like anywhere that you happen to go, so that's why I have this little multicolored LED rechargeable light here. It's touch controlled. And so if it's dark, especially when I'm stitching at the Western Bar that I mentioned earlier, it's a place I go pretty frequently, then I'll always have the light with me. This is meant to be a book light, but it's really great for me because I can clip it onto the box and put my light over my project that way. Or I can clip it directly onto my project, or I can clip it onto a glass on the table, anything like that. Now I also do keep a Sharpie with me in case I need to annotate changes to my pattern or label a new floss bobbin, something like that. I keep my needle case with me, and in my needle case I also keep a pin in case I need to pre-poke holes for any fractional stitches or French knots or anything like that. And then I have just a varying sizes of different needles that I might encounter a need for on the go. I also keep my embroidery scissors in here. A nice sharp pair of embroidery scissors is one of life's great joys. But the way I used to carry them, I would frequently find them like open and gumming up their blades and stuff. So I wound up just super gluing a high power magnet on the outside of my box there so that I can just stick my needles on there and they will stay in place. They won't fall off and shake around when I'm carrying the box around. I also keep a pair of tweezers here, And those I use in case I get some fur or some other exotic fibers, or in case I'm doing a large amount of frogging so that I can pull all of the cut stitches and all the little bits of fuzz and stuff off of my project. And again, in case I encounter a large frogging problem, that's why I also carry a seam ripper with me, because these are pretty great for frogging cross stitches. You can just stick that tip underneath the stitches, slide it through, and it will cut them. But you want to be very careful, because if you get a little too aggressive, and I've seen this happen many times, this will cut your fabric too. So you want to only cut one stitch at a time. Don't try to be like plowing through them, because you will regret it. You'll cut your fabric eventually. Now, if you are traveling by an airplane, then you do want to make note of the security procedures in whatever country you happen to be flying out of. I can tell you for sure that within the US, the UK, and Mexico, a pair of embroidery scissors like these, totally legal to take on a plane. You don't even have to worry about it. Most places have a restriction on how long the blade can be from the fulcrum to the tip, and it's usually pretty generous, about 4 inches. This is like 1 inch, so it's absolutely no problem whatsoever to take this on a plane in most places. But again, you'll want to check whatever country you're going to be flying into and then back out of, because some other places have different standards for those. Now, there's an amazing, supportive, creative, and resourceful community that has grown up around the Caterpillar Cross Stitch brand, especially in the Facebook group and in the Instagram. There are tens of thousands of stitchers in those spaces with hundreds of thousands of years of experience, and if you're not taking advantage of that, you're really missing out. So make sure you check both of those out. So what about you? Do you like to stitch outside the house, and is there something that you carry with you that I don't have in my little kit? Let us know in the comments, and maybe I'll add something to my kit based on your suggestions. Other than that, I do want to thank you so much for watching. For Caterpillar Cross Stitch, my name is Ford, and I will see you next time.